This is Sociology 214, Social Problems, and we are starting with prompt number 1, which asks about the filter bubble. So I have my brother Noah Bouchard here, and I'm going to ask Noah, what does your filter bubble look like? What are some of the social media platforms, movies, shows that influence you, and how do you think this affects your perspective of the world?
So I am big on Instagram. See a lot of sports media on Instagram, mostly Texas Aggies, at SDSU. Um, so I see a lot of media pertaining to that, but not necessarily a lot of other teams' uh,
Mhm.
media and coverage. Um, so and I don't know what you want me to
Yeah, no, I
say.
mean, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah. Would you say that affects you in the way that, like, you always think your teams are doing better than everyone else's or
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, especially in these times with Mike Elko coming in as head coach, we see a lot of exciting news with transfer players and changes being made in the program. You think
Mhm.
it's definitely going to be our year. This is time
Yeah.
for the Aggies to make it to the
Yeah.
playoffs and get a national title. But in reality, I kind of closed minded that way with other programs and don't see the changes that are being made with other programs either, their improvements.
Right.
Uh,
So with that being said, what role do you think those around like, surrounding you, those in your life played in creating those media filters for you?
um,
Like, how do you think those filters came about?
well, I don't know. I guess just liking A&M sports and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You just tend to surround yourself with that kind of coverage in your social media, and I think
Mhm.
algorithms have a big part in that too, in showing you targeted content as opposed to like just showing you a wide variety of things.
Yeah, and, like, you attended school at SDSU, so, you were constantly being surrounded with, Jackrabbit students and, parents and alumni, so, that all plays a role. What gaps do you believe this has created in your filter bubble? For example, a quote he gives us is, "Why do those people not understand? Blank is so obvious." It kinda, like, traps you in the mindset of, like, "Why can't everyone else see it this way? Like, it's clear the Aggies are going to the playoffs," you know?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think algorithms play a huge part in that because like I have friends that root for other teams, for example, like Oregon,
Mhm.
So one of my friends that's an Oregon fan, he thinks for sure his team's winning national title next year because he sees in depth a lot of what his team is doing, but not
Yeah.
necessarily what my team is doing or other teams are doing.
So it's kind of created a gap from, like, reality in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't show necessarily, head players get injured or, starting players get injured or any of that. It's mainly focused on the pros. And the fourth question is, what steps do you think you can take to see beyond this filter bubble? And what do you think would be a benefit of taking these steps?
I mean, there's always the option to follow other pages and try to switch up the algorithms by, looking up these other things and uh, seeking them out for yourself. And that option is always there, but I don't think we always try to do that.
Mhm.
But I think it would be good in a way of getting more information by seeking out those other sources, and you can make a more informed opinion for yourself.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for doing this.
Yep, no problem.